Okay, so boom, this story is about an inmate called the surgeon. And the reason they called him the surgeon because he was actually from the medical field. But he had ended up coming into the penitentiary because he ended up getting into an altercation with this girl he was basically obsessed with. She done left, but I'm going to get y'all to the story. Commercial break me, please. If you have not watched Traps, go watch Traps.
Big J! Where the fuck is you at with my son, nigga?
Hey, I told you I ain't want this for you. Hey, chill out.
Say, dog.
Hey,
Let go of my son, bro. Let him go.
Told you I ain't want this for you.
Man, this shit ain't got nothing to do with him, bro. We can handle this shit like men.
Man, your ass supposed to be rapping, man.
Man, fuck all that, nigga. I told you to put me on, nigga. I wasn't trying to do that shit.
So you gonna fuck me over in the process?
I wasn't trying to fuck you over. I ain't mean for shit to go like this. But say, if you don't let my motherfucking son go, nigga, man, fuck you, nigga.
That was a sneak peek of Traps. If you have watched it, jump in the comment section for me one time for the one time. I can barely get you to comment. You'll watch video, won't like, won't comment, but hey, we get thousands of views and 15 likes and 65 comments. It don't normally make sense. So if you don't watch Traps, rate it from 1 to 10 in the comment section. That's all I'm asking you. And if you ain't watched it, go and check it out. So I'm coming from wherever I'm coming from. I ain't going in the cell. I'm really just going to stand in front of the door. My daddy got the violation of 9 times out of 10, he in the cell talking to baby. So I done walked my little bow-legged tail up and gailed out. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be in the cell anyway. I'm trying to see what's going on, right? I got my gray sweats on, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the middle of my body kind of, you know. But anyway, so I stand, you know what I'm saying? I pop one leg up, and as I'm standing there, all of a sudden, dramatic effect me, please. I'm not knowing my daddy got somebody in the cell. I heard, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Boy, I done told you something. So I hit her up, turn around, pow. When I hit the door, the wall is this way. He got Hot Rod up on the wall this way. So when I pull the door open, I ain't knowing he right there. So my daddy with his right arm, he catch the door, boom. I come in from the side. I said, man, what's going on? I'm finna Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hot Rod too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna smash him first. We're gonna answer questions later. And if you don't know who Hot Rod is, Hot Rod is, y'all done heard me talk about this dude before. Hot Rod is the dude that I told to get the phone, use it, because Muscle had the phone. I'm trying to get him out of the pod. I'm telling him, get the phone, use it, call the girl that I be dealing with. I'm going to get the girl to call him when we lock down in the cell so I can verify that he got the phone in the cell. I'm going to give girl the green light to send the team in there. Penitentiary rules in flick. I'm playing chess, not checkers. I'm not going to go back and forth with you in the comment sections about whatever it is you want to say about me. That's it. That's just what it was in the penitentiary. I got the queen on the chessboard. I move it however I choose to move it. So that's the dude that when we was out on the rec yard, and I'm telling him about what I wanted to do, he going to say, man, Joe T, you gonna do something like that? And I told him right then and there, hey, look, check this out. If you tell anybody that I said this to you, that I plan on doing something like this, I'm gonna deny it. And then you already know in the penitentiary, when you deny a snitch allegation like that, I got to turn around and smash you. So after I deny it and smash you, they're gonna take my word, because they're gonna say, it made little Joe T mad. Joe T done beat him up there now. So if you say anything, that's what's going to happen. So the best thing to do is say, you don't want no parts of it? Well, really, you don't even have a choice. Because at this point, I done told you. So we got to go through with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like doing something we ain't got no business doing. And both of us, pow, and I pass you the weapon and tell you, you got to hit him too. Both of us is involved in it at this point right here. Point blank period. You don't have a choice but to do it. So that's what I'm talking about, Hot Rod. Hot Rod about my age. Hot Rod, if I ain't mistaken, he had a Life Plus. I can't remember what it was, but it was a boatload of time. You hear me? He had a hockey jersey and an NFL lineman number together. That's how much Hot Rod had a whole lot of time. He was from Nashville. So my daddy got him jacked up on the wall. I'm like, man, what's up? What's going on? By the time he done let Hot Rod down, I don't know why when people, you ain't even got into a physical altercation all the way yet. But sometimes when the atmosphere, when it's a lot of hostility, for some reason people breathing hard, like they just out of breath. So my daddy done let him down, and Hot Rod, I'm like, why is he breathing hard? Ain't been no fight, ain't been no, like, what's, he like, man, Joe T, man, I apologize, man, look. So, man, they were talking about such and such, and man, they told me, man, dude owed them some money. You know what I'm saying? And if I went over there and go on and collect their debt for them, man, they were saying that they were going to, you know what I'm saying, make sure I was straight. So, man, I done went over there, man, and went in the cell. And the dude told me it wasn't none of my business. I felt disrespect, so I swing on him. He swing, hit me, boom. So we get to fighting, boom, 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 boom. And as we fight, you know what I'm saying, I done grab him. We go down. His head done hit the corner of the table. Penitentiary is a dangerous place to get in a fight. Let me tell you that now. It's a lot of people in their cell. They fighting for their life to that extent because you do not want to get hit to the point where you either in a daze or you finna get slammed. You fight, you worried about that concrete ground because you hit that concrete ground and somebody got them Timbs on and hit you with that Tim, boom, boom, and your head hit that concrete, or you get hit with that two-piece and your head, boom, and you hit that steel. Man, you fighting for your life not only because you in that small space, you worried about your head, like something happen, like people lose their life fighting in themselves in the penitentiary. So it heightens the awareness of, I gotta go on and get this over with. He done went in here and got to fight with this dude they called a surgeon. Now, you know, surgeons make a lot of money. He done went in there and got to fight with this dude trying to get the debt, thinking dude was gonna go. He wasn't going. And he done hit dude, boom, his head done. But at the time, we had some people who working up in the medical that was getting sutures. You don't know what sutures is. That's the stuff that they use for stitches. Him being a surgeon, he able to sterilize and he got sutures because people used to get him to. So he done stitched the back of his head up with the sutures. He owed my daddy some money. So my daddy go over and holler at him. He done told my daddy what the situation is. So now my daddy hollering at Hot Rod about the situation. So my daddy tell him, he was like, man, dude gonna pay his debts. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on, that ain't got nothing to do with you. As a man, if you can't afford, listen, don't be taking stuff from people and getting in debt and knowing you're gonna end up in a situation like this. You run around here with all that time, not knowing how to cope with your teeth. What you do when you first come in? Which I like the question that he asked my daddy. Because my dad had been locked up for a long time. So I used to wonder sometimes, like, how did you cope and just seeming like you just in your right state of mind? Like, did you get high? Did you get drunk? Was it just you was hustling and staying busy? Because everybody do their time a different way. I didn't do drugs. Didn't get high. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't pop pills. My whole 10 years in prison. And if you say that to some people, which y'all don't hear some of my stories, when I used to tell my settlers who smoked, they be like, you don't smoke? And the first thing when I tell people I didn't smoke in the penitentiary, first thing they wanted to know was, what was I locked up for? Because they feel like I must have been corny, or I must have told something, or wrong place, wrong time. Like, ain't no way you was in the streets and you don't smoke or you don't do drugs. You don't get, man, listen, my high is getting money. So in the penitentiary, I survived by my brain coming up with creative ways to hustle. That was my drive. Other people just wanted to get high and just act like they ain't in the penitentiary. You in the penitentiary. And me, I never understood getting high because it was temporarily. Anybody that you meet, and I done talked to them about getting high, I couldn't comprehend it because it's not a permanent solution. It's temporal. You getting high for a certain period of time, not doing something productive, and then eventually whatever's going on to make you feel like you need to get high, you're going to get high again. You're going to continue this cycle, and it's no permanent solution. So it never made sense to me. And I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody in the comment section to get high. Majority of people that I knew that got high, they had somewhat of a hustle, they just seemed like they could never get to the capacity of people that I knew who didn't get high. You was always underneath. Not saying that's everybody's situation, but in most people's cases, that was the situation. Or you was extremely lazy. Yeah, I shot my shot at y'all because I already know what y'all gonna get in the comment section to try to do. But anyway, so Hot Rod asked him, so what you do when you first came in? Like, how you gonna tell me how to do my time, your team, man? You don't understand. Like, I ain't trying to come over here and ask you for nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because I done got myself in a situation. I'm trying to do my time how I'm trying to do my time, man. And my dad said, I ain't coming here. My dad is mad because the surgeon owed him some money. And he almost run off the surgeon or had the surgeon put on pending investigation to move to a whole nother unit. The surgeon a cash cow in here. He like them Suboxone. So you need to leave the money alone. But you can't tell nobody how to go about. My daddy know the situation. So my daddy tell him, man, I ain't have to come in here and do all that. Cause I already knew I wasn't gonna have people on the street doing doing everything for me. I wasn't gonna be able to call all the time, knowing I had all that time in the penitentiary. When I came in the penitentiary, I was already surrounding myself with lifers, and lifers was telling me I needed to learn how to live off the land. And when he say that, I remember him telling me that at Turner Center. He told me, "Don't be calling home, being no burden to your people. You need to learn how to live off the land." That's what them lifers told you. Don't be telling me that. I'm cool. My people gonna ride with me about 6-7 years. Then I figured out. But he said, life told me that I need to learn how to live off the land. And that's what I did. I wasn't in here trying to act like this wasn't my reality. It's too many of y'all in here who getting high and doing stuff you ain't got no business doing because you don't want to accept the reality of where you are. And I'm looking at my dad. Hey, big fella. Now, I know Gail working down there. She know this as I sell. And if it get a little loud up here, we're going to get a little leniency. But I'm going to need you to tone it down in here because he spooked for sure. But you got me a little spooked too because you need to calm your nerves in here. So I reached it. I said, hold on, Dave. He said, man, no, because he always in here doing something he ain't got no business doing. Not understanding that this is a community. And when y'all bring that heat up in here, you bringing that heat on everybody. See, you wouldn't have survived back in the penitentiary when the penitentiary was the penitentiary. I said, here you go. With the old head stuff. That's what all the old, don't nobody care nothing about what was going on when y'all was in the penitentiary. This the penitentiary today. Kill me just like these people, these old folks out here today. I don't care nothing about your day. Today is a new day. The Lord this is a new day. They doing a new thing. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't have been able to survive back in the penitentiary. Dudes like him always handle their business. But then you got people who look just like you, do stuff to you, talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way, don't pay you when you know you're supposed to be paid. But you don't use that same kind of energy towards them. But then you want to go down there to people that you feel like that you can pick on and you know ain't going to do nothing. It ain't got nobody to back him. And my daddy get up in his face again, right? When he get up in his face, Hot Rod, he backing up to the wall. You can't run in the penitentiary. You can't run in the penitentiary. And Hot Rod was like, man, I understand, Joe. I understand, Big Joe, man, for real. He was like, no, you don't understand. My daddy put his forearm on. He was like, you don't understand. You see that? You see that? You see how you ain't bucking me? You see how you ain't trying me? You see how you ain't trying to fight me? Because some of your mind telling you not to do that. But see, you don't got that same level of respect for other people that you feel like won't protect themselves. It's just like you went over there and you thought dude wasn't going to do nothing. And then by the time he swang on you, now you got to do something. You could have put yourself in a position where you could have had way more time. Man, it wouldn't even matter to me. It wouldn't even matter to me, Big Joe. I already got a whole bunch of time anyway. It wouldn't even matter. It most definitely wouldn't have mattered. No appeal wouldn't matter. No, what they lacking on that. When none of that mattered, you'd have went in there and that man would have hit his head and he'd have passed away in there. Now, whatever you owe them folks, you need to get on your hustle and figure out how you need to pay it. But you thinking you going to run over and do something to another man because you done got sent out. That ain't straight in here. You ain't thinking about nobody but yourself. Hot Rod. Man, I feel you, Big Joe, man. Man, I feel you. How much is it that you owe him anyway? $50. $50? You went over there and almost caught him. You went over there, jumped on this man. How much he owe him? They say he owe him $150, really $75, but they were saying they gonna double up on him, and they were just gonna take, you know what I'm saying, some of my money from double it up on him. They told me to tell him it's $150. So you went over there and almost risked getting some more time for $75. Really $125. Your 50 plus the 75. They don't make you feel less of a man. Now what you gonna do is gonna tell them, and if they got a problem, tell them come holler at me. Because at the end of the day, I'll pay them, then you're gonna have to pay me, but I'm gonna put a time limit on it. You go over and tell them that they gonna have to get their money how they got to get it. And you gonna pay them. But you go over and tell the surgeon, you go over and apologize for what you did. And when you get through talking to him, tell him I said, come over here and holler at me. All right, Big Joe, man, all right. He walk out of the cell, close the door, boom. I said, man, what's up, what's going on? And I'm sick of these dudes, boo. He go sit down on the bunk. Hand me a Reese's. I said, now look. Hey, look here, big fella. Whatever just happened, I'm gonna need you to snap out of it because I ain't him. You just sit down. Don't you see your Reese's is right there? Boo, I ain't got time for playing. I'm not playing with you. I'm telling you, you just sit down on your bunk because you sit there and feel like you just check somebody that won't defend themselves. I'll two-piece you in here. Now you stand up on your 2 feet and you reach up there and you get that Reese's yourself. I ain't finna play with you today, boo. I ain't finna play with you. He get to open up the Reese's. I said, now what happened? Man, I went over to holler at dude. The dude told me the situation and what went on. He said, man, the man done stitched himself up over there, but look, you know, that ain't the first time he did that. I was locked up with him somewhere before they found it. You know what I'm saying? So people who work in the medical, you know, they be stealing the sutures. You don't know what a suture is. That's what you use to stitch yourself up. You know what I'm saying? So he done sterilized the sutures. He got a mirror over there. He done stitched himself up because he don't want to go to the medical. Lucky it ain't on his face or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So he done stitched himself up. My dad, so after he tell my dad the situation or whatever, and my dad explained to me what's going on with Hot Rod and whoever Hot Rod owe and all this is that. So I'm talking to him, he talked back, we conversed, we having a whole little conversation. So I went on and asked him. I was like, you know, how did you do all that time? I ain't had no choice, boo. What you mean, how did I do it? Them folks gave me 2 life sentences. By the time I come in the penitentiary, gangs and all that and stuff like they was really in here taking people's manhood. I had to really come in here and I ain't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? When I came in here, them, yeah, they helped me. If I called, you know what I'm saying, they would come to visit. Cause I was like, hey man, check your tone. Well, dude gone. And I don't know how much dude owe you, but you, listen man, keep raising your voice and I promise I'm going across your face in here, Dad. Listen, boo, listen. Them helped me when I first came in. I got visits, I had commissary, ordered my package, Christmas packaging. If I need shoes, I got shoes. But let me tell you something. When I came in, when people had it good like that, sometimes they was a target because they looked at it because a lot of people was jealous and envious because they had already been gone a long time. So when they see dudes like me getting love and my people, I'm going to visit every week and then guards like me, you know what I'm saying? Then I was in the military, so I got a little education. So he explaining all this stuff to me. I was like, yeah, I feel you on that, but how did you do it? I just told you. I ain't had no choice. You know, I used to drink here and there, but like I told you, I quit drinking, you know what I'm saying, when Daddy passed, because Daddy had asked me, you know what I'm saying, to quit drinking. But I would never drink amongst people that I felt like I wasn't going to be able to know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I drank with the guys here and there, but I would never get intoxicated to the point. But one thing my whole penitentiary being, I ain't never did, is put myself in a situation I wasn't willing to go the extent to get myself out of if it brought something to my door. That's what's wrong with these young dudes that come in here now. When they come to their door for something that they done caused, they can't handle the situation. So the situation ends up, I said, hey man, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you. If you raise your tone to me one more time, I ain't finna keep talking to you, boo. You ain't listening no way. I said, I am listening. I said, but you keep on raising your voice at me like you still the 9 trade, like you still GD or something, like you some capo in here. You ain't nothing no more. He stand up. Now listen, boo. You my son. Ain't nobody else gonna talk to me like that in here. And what I'm saying is, I ain't had no choice but to do it. I had to figure it out as I went. But I don't run from situations that I cause. A lot of people in here, they cause situations like what you just heard, and then they run from them, and they end up causing something else. And I got to live here. You going home in 2-3 years. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Quit pointing your finger at me too. Boo. By that time, somebody, hey, Big Joe. He said, man, get the dough. I ain't getting no dough, man. Come on in. It's rigged. If I say come in, it's rigged. All right. He come in. Bless his soul, man. What's going on, Big Joe? Y'all all right? Yeah, man. I was sitting here talking to my son, man. My son get on my nerve, man. He crazy, man. He quit playing with me, push me. I said, man, put your hands on me one more time. Put your hands on me one more time. The surgeon gonna see. The surgeon gonna have to do a procedure on you in here. I'm telling you, cause when I'm telling you, he gonna have to do more to stitch you up in here. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. And you got one of them things that you rub together and you have to do them like that. What's some thing called, sir? He told what you gonna need some of them powders. You gonna have to shock him back to life and push me like that again. I'm telling you now. So the surgeon come in. My dad said, man, sit down. Sit down, man. Sit down, man. So he sit down. And when he sit down, my dad said, so what's up, man? You good? I said, why he ain't hollering at him? He said, well, you straight? He said, yeah, man, Joe, man, Hot Rod, he came over here, man. I understand, man. You know, I've been in here, man. I know how things go, man. And he told me, man, he's in a little situation himself, and they done told him to come over here and collect that debt from me. But, man, listen, man, I ain't no slouch, Joe T, man, you know. I ain't no slouch, man. I had 4 brothers, man, you know, and we fought all the time, man, even our cousins and stuff, and to come to the house, man. But he come in there talking to me like I'm some little boy. I'm talking about he come in there as soon as I let him in the cell, Joe T, and I done smoked with Hot Rod here and there, right? You know, we kick the bobo here and there, man. And he comes in the cell today, and he talking about, man, what's up? And I was like, what's up? And he was like, man, I'm coming over here to get that money, man. I ain't trying to hear nothing. And I told him, man, I don't owe you no money. And so he tells me who he owes, right? I mean, who sent him over here to come, who I owe, right? And I told him in his face again, I said, man, I owe them. I don't owe you, man. He said, man, I asked him, man, why you over here for another man, man? Let them come over here and handle their own problems, you know, because I ain't running from nobody. I mean, I'm in here. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. I mean, it ain't like they don't know where I'm at. Why would they send you over here for? And then after when he get to whatever, man, he goes to swing at me. Man, I connect on this jaw, right? Man, so we tussling, man, and as you can see right here, he showed me. I hit my head on the table. When I hit my head on the table, man, that sucker runs up out of the cell, right? He runs up out of the cell, closes the door. I get up, man, and see, man, I'm leaking. I feel like I got a little concussion. So I lay down. I put a patch on it, man. I lay down. My cellie comes in at me. Well, I told my cellie I'm all right. So by that time, man, I get the alcohol and the peroxide, the little bit that I do have, man, and, you know, I went on and sutured him up, right? I went on and stitched it up, but I'm fine, man. I'm good, man. He come over here apologizing, man. And so, yeah, Big Joe, man, I appreciate that, man. I really do. Now, commercial break me, please. The surgeon, this how he ends up in the penitentiary in Tennessee. He ain't even from Tennessee. I can't remember what state he from. So the surgeon, wherever he was practicing, whatever he was doing, he had ended up getting cool with a patient. She was going through a divorce at the time. The divorce wasn't finalized. They, what they call separated, right? So the surgeon get to kicking it with this girl. They end up, you know, they messing around or whatever. She ain't telling him. Her and the husband trying to figure this thing out. The husband end up with a job opportunity in Tennessee. She ain't woman enough to tell him, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, but they already planning to move to Tennessee. So she moves to Tennessee, not telling the surgeon that she was also pregnant. She don't know who child it was. So they end up down in Tennessee. The surgeon tracks her down, finds out where she is. So he's coming back and forth to Tennessee, found out where she worked, popping up on her job, calling her, sending her emails, basically done turned into a stalker. So, not knowing, he done got in trouble for harassment before, so he got a history. So at the point of he done found out about the child, he knocks on the door to go over here and address what's going on. She answers the door. He talking to her, she talking back, they conversing, having a whole little conversation. At that point, the husband pulls up. He sees what's going on. He walks up asking, is everything okay? The wife try to brush it off like, he go ahead and tell him, no, everything ain't okay. That's my child. Boom, boom. They get into it, of course. He get to fighting with the husband right there on the porch. He go on his separate way. I'm guessing the girlfriend done told. Now the girlfriend done told, the wife done told the husband. So now the husband done told her she need to get the police involved. She done showed him everything, done exposed everything. He done accepted it. This is what was going on while we were separated. This is and that. I don't know what happened with the child or whatever, but my boy, traveling from where he from, crossing the state line, which is another level when you talking about harassment, because you crossing over the state line, coming over, you know what I'm saying, to deal with what to do whatever you doing. He do it again. They get into it. He end up shooting the dude, ends up in the penitentiary. Get a blood test, found out that it was his child. Crazy story. Lose his practice, lose his license, basically lost his life dealing with this situation. Now he's sitting in the penitentiary. So he sit there, he of course, he tell me the story, tell me what's going on, whatever. I mean, how he end up in the penitentiary. I'm sitting there like, man, that's insane. But as we sitting there talking, me and my daddy, we're a lot alike, especially when it come to hearing the perspectives of somebody else's life and where they come from. Like, how did you end up going to school for all of them years, and your education, and what did you learn, and all this old type of stuff, you know? And y'all know I done changed my life. So when he explaining the process of having steady hands and what to do and the prep and all of these things, it makes me think of really how the Messiah, how Christ deals with us, the preparation, the steady hand, knowing exactly what it is that needs to be removed, and what you need for the healing, what you need for the after process, like the whole thing. And then what he was doing with the sutures, the stitching up, even when it come to stitching up a wound for it to heal and go back to how it's supposed to be from the jump. So when he's sitting there, I'm like, man, that's some deep stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? To actually learn that and go through. And then he get to talking about a lot of stuff that he's seen. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the body having to remove certain things and tumors and all this old stuff, and how you got to be able to, you know, some people pass out when they see a whole lot of blood. You know what I'm saying? Even when it come to when he was in training and seeing people when they see a whole lot of blood and passing out, nurses or whatever, they just don't like that, and him being able to deal with that. Same thing in the body. It's a lot of things that the human just can't deal with, that the Messiah can deal with. You just got to be able to hand it over to him and let him be, because he said, don't the sick need a physician? He is a physician, point blank period. He is a doctor, and that's exactly where we're going to keep it at. So the surgeon worked down in the kitchen, and at one point in time, they were stealing the pots, the steel pots out of the kitchen, cutting them down and turning them into knives. So they paying the kitchen workers to get the pots. And the way they were doing it, however, they was breaking the pots down in pieces. They would pass them to people as they leaving out of child to go back to the unit. So the surgeon owed one of the G's. He also owed the Crips. So he passing this stuff out to his cellie. The G's see what's going on. The G's go and take the pots from the cellie. When the surgeon come in from work, and he worked down there with my dad, when they come in from work, they done took the pots, he done explained, his cellie done explained it to him. So the surgeon come up to holler at my dad. He pop. Hey, Big Joe. He come on in. He pop. Man, bless his soul, man. Hey, man, I need a favor, man. So I had something going on with the Crips, so I can cover this debt. And some of your brothers done came down there. I guess they seen what's going on. And they done took the pots and stuff that I'm getting passed off so I can pay them off to however they was gonna make the knives. So I come in and my sailor tell me, Joe, I just need you to holler it. He was like, hold on. So you saying some of the, yeah, they done went down there to my sailor. He was like, do you owe them? He was like, yeah, I owe them too. And that's what I wanted to go straight. And he was like, man, go holler at them yourself first. Go holler at them yourself. And say, all right, I'll be right back. He leave out, boom. He come right back. It ain't 5 minutes. He come in the cell. Pop. Man, bless his cell. Wait, why he talking to my daddy? One of the guys knocking on the door. Pop, pop, pop. Big Joe, he come on in. He come in. Pop. Man, bless his cell. I'm sitting on the back wall like this here. He was like, man, ain't no sense you coming over here. he slick disrespectful. Man, ain't no sense you coming over here telling Big Joe, you know what I'm saying? We respect, bro, but bro really ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. My dad said, man, hold on. He said, nah, for real though, Big Joe. A lot of people feel like they can come over here and tell you stuff, you know what I'm saying, that really ain't got nothing to do with you and putting you in the middle, you know what I'm saying, and making things complicated when they really don't have to be, you know what I'm saying. He owe folk them some money. Whatever he got arranged, you know what I'm saying, folk them went down there and got that, so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying. He was like, man, come on, man. I'm going to pay y'all's money, man. If y'all want some knives, I could have, but I already had some arranged so I could kill this other day. He said, well, as of right now, you going to kill this. All right, man. All right. See, man, all right. He leave out of the cell. The folk holler. Man, he'd have said, all right, one more time, I would have knocked him out of here. But for real, Big Joe, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to you or your son, just saying, ain't no sense in putting y'all in the middle of everything all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't even called for. He know what's going on. Penitentiary rules in effect, you know what I'm saying, on you know what I'm saying, that's on the hammer. But yeah. All right, little Joe. He mobbed out of the cell. The surgeon done went and told the Crips what happened. The Crips take it as if, so you told the folks that was for us, and they still didn't want to give it back, or they still went and took it anyway. A lot of times people look at that like, nah, you know what you doing. You slick took something from me. So the Crips go and holler at folk who took it, catch them in the cell by itself. They get to fighting, guess what? Cut folk open. Cut him open. Boom, boom. They get to fight. Boom. Split him wide open. He don't want to go down to medical. You know where he going? Pending investigation. They bring him up. They bring him up to my daddy's. They bring him up to the cell. Man, we tried to go holler at the surgeon, man. He acting like sister. My dad said, see what I'm saying? Commercial break me, please. That's what some people just don't understand. You taking advantage of somebody that's valuable to you, that's got you, told you they got you. I'm talking about in spirituality. He told you he got you. You do something you ain't got no business doing anyway. And now, when you need him, you too shame, or you done cut off that line for you to go and get the help that you need. Now, at this point, we treating this situation almost as if my dad is an intercessor to go, because the scriptures say that the Messiah is the propitiation for our sins and our shortcomings, meaning he is what pacifies the wrath of the Most High. So at this point, now that he done said, now you ask him, Pop, to go and holler at somebody who's got the relationship with him. So at that point, my dad's like, man, hold on real quick. Boo, man, go down there and meet the surgeon, man. Quit playing, boo. Go down there. I said, all right. I go down there and get him. Pop, pop, pop. Hey. My daddy said, come holler at him. What is it? If it's got anything to do with his brothers, man, I ain't going up there, man. They know what they did, man, or whatever. No, they come down here and answer. I said, man, my daddy said he wanted to holler at you. All right, man, for Joe, huh? All right, hold on, man. Let me put my shoes on, man. Sell, I'll be right back, man. Don't smoke all that cigarette without me, man. He take his shoes off. Boom. Come on, little Joe. We going, man. They come down here and ask me to do them a favor, and then early when I was asking them to do me a favor, they didn't want to do me no favor. Then they didn't want to go up here and ask Big Joe when they already told Joe to stay out of the business. I already know what it is, little Joe. I said that was so we go into the set, we go up, walk in. Man, my dad said, I need you. It's just not right. I was just telling little Joe. They just told you to stay out of the business, now they want you in the business. They were just telling me they couldn't do me a favor, now they're asking me for a favor. My dad said, well, they ain't asking you for the favor. I'm asking you for the favor. I'm the one that's, you and me, we right here. So I'm asking you to do it for me. Hold on, man. He walk out of the cell, go down there, get the sutures. He come back to the cell. Man, come on, man, come on. My dad said, hold on. What? Hold on. What you doing? He said, I'm gonna go and stitch him up real quick. Look like he might need 6, 7 stitches. He said, nah, I ain't you do me a favor. I ain't say to do it in my cell. I ain't say to do it right here. I ain't say to go up and get your medical kit. Well, what do you want me to do that? I'm doing it myself. Folk them say, man, we can go over there, you can go over here, man. We'll do it. Man, come on, man. Let's go over and get this out of the way, man. So we go over there, boom, boom. Stitch folk up. Folk come over, show me and my daddy. He done literally stitched them up in there. The surgeon come back over, come in and say, man, Big Joe, man, hey, I can't keep doing that, man. I can't keep doing that because they don't care about me. They don't care about me. They want what they want when they want it. They want to do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and they don't care. But then when it's something beneficial to them, they won't come run crying every single time when they need some help because they won't go down. They know had he had to go down there to medical, they would put him on pen investigation. He'd been sitting back there 3-4 days. All because I told him not to do that, and I still could have covered that. I still could have covered it, Joe. There was no issue. It wasn't no issue. They constantly doing all this stuff, man. My dad said, yeah, I understand all that. Look, man, you got a lot going on. You got a lot going on, man. You need to chill, man. Man, I know, Big Joe, man. Man, I know. But, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm going to take care of you, too, man. I'm going to take care of you, man, because you always make sure I'm straight. You try to look after me best way you can, so I'm going to make sure you straight. He walk out of the cell. I'm looking at my dad. My dad looking at me. We looking at each other. I said, man, you done stitch dude up for real. He said, yeah, he been doing that. Everybody know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people go to him, man. You'd be surprised. There's probably a lot of people around here walking around, sure, probably got wounds and stuff. They done went over there. He done helped them, you know what I'm saying, where they ain't got to go down there. I said, man, that's crazy, man. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the penitentiary. They ain't got no business going on in the penitentiary. And they said, yeah, I know it. I know it. And, man, look, I'm real close to asking y'all to go ahead and just cancel the membership and let's just make it back regular. I really am. I really am, because right now, I'm just so busy. You know, with the movie, and I want to continue to do storytelling. I love doing the storytelling. You know, my people still coming from penitentiary all the time, so I'm always reminded of, stories and situations, man. But right now, it's just so much. I know it's gonna be maybe sometimes days where it's 4 or 5 days at a time, and I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? So if you choose to cancel it, it's cool. Yeah, I ain't tripping. If you want to keep it, you keep it. But if you ain't watch Traps, go watch Traps.